It's Daeni, and today I have another knife video for you. We're going to be talking about the Mini Bugout 533. It's a mini, as you probably already heard. And compared to, like, say, my Rift, right? It's a pretty small knife, right? I mean, yeah, it's a pretty small knife. As you know, this has already been kind of modified, where I've changed the clip to a deep pocket clip, so that, you know, I could, like, carry a deep pocket, but it's brown, so everybody see it. And, you know, already had that nice G10 body. It's pretty dope, pretty rigid. So, you know, I've done taking this knife hunting, camping, everything. It works well. It works really good. And, you know, it comes with that, the warranties or whatever the case may be, but I'll get into that later. When you get the knife, what you're gonna get, real quick unboxing, you get, you know, the standard blue box, meaning, I guess, or blue class, and that's supposed to mean for everyday carry and outdoor. If I have it upside down, no, I have it right side up. Yeah, everyday carry, and if it ever focuses, manual and outdoor. But that's for this knife. This is a Mini Bugout. But before we get into that, like I said, you're looking at manual, warranties, you know, how to treat the blade. You get that dope lifetime sharpness, as long as you have a straight edge, plain edge blade, cobblestone inside. But as you already know, long story longer, it's trash. All this is extra trash because you just really throw it away when you're done, unless you plan on reselling it. This comes in a fancy little case that says Benchmade, so you get that, and then bam, you have the knife or your blade with this handy dandy access lock piece of paper, or aka more trash. And initial impression is like, it's plasticky. It feels plasticky, but looking at it, it looks nice. I know y'all noticed I had to coordinate for the occasion. You know, some of y'all complain about me using, like, my Apple Watch and how it's distracting. Like, I don't know. Y'all need to go to Marvel or something, because I don't know what y'all expect on YouTube. Anyway, fast forward. It's orange. I think this coming, like, I had it up like 3 different colors. 2 only colors I ever seen it in was like white and orange. But there's a white. I mean, there's a blue. Because I wouldn't say white and orange. There's a blue. There's like a brown. There's a green. But some of these colors you might be able to buy, like, because this ain't no G10, so you can change out. I mean, you could change out the G10s too, right? But I think you can find some bodies for this online. I don't know what they call them, so I'm calling them bodies. Some polymer bodies online, and you could change it out. But you get majority of the features that you get on all your other blades. So it's ambidextrous. You can switch sides. Yo, but it comes with the dopest clip. This joint, it's not like, you know how on this one, yo, it's really tight, right? So, like, you can tap it. You're not going to hear too much on this. It's kind of loose. There's a little bit of a gap, and I can't really show y'all because it's really small, but it exists. But the only thing that I like about this is the fact that it's deep carry, deep pocket carry. And that's the only way I recommend carrying a knife, because sometimes you walk into the store, you forget that you have a knife on you. Like, let's say, I don't know, the post office. You're not supposed to bring a knife in the post office. federal. That's federal, dogs. You walk into the post office with a knife, you breaking the law. If you have a knife that isn't deep carry, like, so, see, this is deep carry too. Yo, I ain't get into this though, but this is one of them SOCP daggers. Yo, let me tell you something. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna talk to y'all later about this. Not today. Not today. Not today. Not today. But yo, back to what I was saying, right? You want the deep pocket carry because if you forget that you have this on you, at least you don't have half the blade out. That's why I had to change the rift, because it kept a good portion of the blade out. And I remember I used to carry around my dagger, my Benchmade dagger with the sleeve. Do I have it? Yo, let me. Yo, it's not important. I'll show it to you. But the dagger has a sleeve, or sleeve, whatever you call it, right? And yo, people could tell a mile away that it's on you because it keeps the part where you pull it out, the sleeve is out. So that's like a good inch blade. So depending on your outfit, like you wear something that's bright colored and it's not, people see it. It definitely ain't worth it. So like it just ain't worth the time. I ain't gonna say that I ever carried a knife in the post office or where I legally shouldn't have one, but I'm just saying, yo, don't make that mistake, because last thing you want to do is catch a charge for like for something stupid like carrying a knife into a building. You know, that's a charge, and then you lose everything when you catch a charge, man. So it ain't worth it, right? Anyway, what we're looking at is maybe like a 2-inch blade. I know y'all want measurements, but realistically, it's under 3 inches. Which in most cities, that ain't, like, you can legally, actually, I ain't gonna say it. Yo, just check your local law, but some states allow you to carry a blade under 3 inches or something like that. Is it 3 inches or 2 inches? But like, compared to, when you compare it to like the Rift, you know, for some reason this is gonna be more threatening. And because they coated it black, you know how they do them ARs, it looks even more tactical, therefore it must be more dangerous. So keep that in mind, right? You know, it's a plain edge, so with that you're gonna have like that lifetime sharp, because the serrated edges don't count. If you have serrated edges blades, they won't sharpen it, they'll only sharpen the straight edge part. It's a drop, what they call it, drop point. I'm going with it, right? So you know, that's my like overall impression. That's some little unnecessary facts that you might not have asked. To get into the nitty gritty of it, this ain't no G10. It has a little bit of metal in the middle. So what are you getting when you purchase this? You're getting a small knife, a little bit of like, I guess, hippie-esque color tone, and because this is, you could change these out, by the way. You could change these out, right? But it's like this little bright orange thing going on. Really light, but it's plastic. So the reason why I rather the G10 body is because when you can squeeze this, like, it's noticeably weaker, especially at points where the metal isn't like there. I think this metal look like, this metal look like it goes about 1.5 inches deep, and this whole thing look like it's about 3 inches. This whole thing look like it's about 3 inches. And on top of that, you know, if you got a big hand, it definitely feels like you're about to cut your fingers when you're closing it or opening it. I don't know why. What else they did that's kind of funky? So, looking at it, I just feel like this is a point of like it's gonna break if it catch on something. So like right here, I'm talking about the top. It looks like, and it feels like if something hits it hard enough, if it falls on this corner, that like, that's it for that lanyard. If you're the kind of person that likes to carry knives on a lanyard because that's your thing, the axle lock, right? If that's what they call it, or the axis lock, it's really flat compared to other knives. What I'm saying is like, so compared to like this Rift, you know, the axis locked is pretty like flush to the body. The gimping on this is kind of lame. I mean, at this point, the Rift don't have any, right? And like, I'm only comparing it to the Rift because I carry that every day. It don't really have any, so I don't even see the point of including this right here. Because from personal experience, the only thing's gonna happen is when you put your nails here to do something, it's gonna like crack your nails. Like, that's it. Say goodbye. It's gone. And if you have like too much nails, it's gonna hurt. If you don't, you're gonna get a little bit of, you're gonna have a weird looking nail. It's gonna look all serrated and creepy like. But if you have enough nail, it's gonna take it way back. Way back. And we all know how that feel. And if you don't know, you're gonna find out. Real quick, the blade itself is a S30V. And it gets that traditional, it's a S30V. Like majority of the bugouts. And you get that pretty little stamp that says Benchmade. You know, it's always all pretty sharp because that's how they come. And even if it ain't, you know, like I said, you get that life sharp or sharp life, whatever you, however you want to call it. Pretty good. So, you know, I mean, other than that, it's just pretty good to have. The knurling is what I'm gonna call it on the actual blade. It's good when your hand is dry. If it's wet though, this might be a problem because I could even see this wearing if you use the blade a lot. Because they say, so put it like this: if you use it as an EDC, you know, this ain't gonna be no issue for you. You ain't gonna have no problems here, right? You ain't gonna have no problems. But if you try to use this like hunting or something wild like that, I could see that getting like worn out real fast. You know, faster than the normal life of a blade or the body of your blade. Other than that though, you know, I think it's pretty still sturdy. I think it's gonna be pretty sturdy still. And Benchmade have a pretty good warranty, so I've never used it, but you know, I don't have no reason to deny them that it's good unless they prove me wrong. You know, if you had a bad experience with Benchmade, let me know, and I'll take it into consideration, but that still wouldn't define on how good or bad the service is because everyone's situation is unique, right? So with that said, you know, let's fix this real quick. You know, let's keep that in mind. Other than that, you know, it's a pretty blade. Cool little features on it. I mean, like, the size alone is probably the only reason you're going to buy it. It's mini. You can probably put this whole thing in your hand and no one knows. I don't know what you're going to do with this. You probably kill a fish. Like EDC, I don't know if you're going to scare anyone. This looks too hippie-esque, but if someone don't want it, you know what I mean? Like, this might help you with that. And that's it. That's all I really have. Dope blade still. You know, I bought it because it is what it is. They're not sponsoring this video or nothing like that. You know, it's all me. I saw it. I liked it. I want to share it with you. Put the information out there. This isn't a review. This isn't a guide. This is just my personal opinion. Alright? So with that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. 1.